Hey everyone, Matt here, and today we're going to talk about something off script that has just recently happened that I think everyone in the fitness world has been a part of, and that is training while angry. We're going to go over why we do it, why it's a good outlet, but also some of the negative aspects of it. Stay tuned.
I just wanna be happy, happy tonight.
So today, on Monday, I was meant to stream yoga. And when it didn't work, I felt frustrated. Being part of the fitness industry and the yoga industry, we always go on about mental well-being and mental wellness. Although a lot of yoga instructors do not show their frustration, like I don't really show any of my viewers my frustration, we do get frustrated ourselves. And there are ways that we can outlet that. And the biggest one for me, which is one I've always used since I started working out, was to go to the gym. Obviously the gyms are closed due to the pandemic. So I worked out at home. I was using my pull-up bar, resistance bands, stuff like that. I was feeling very frustrated because I was having technical issues. My microphone wasn't being picked up. I use a different microphone when I stream yoga. I use this microphone, which is a lavalier microphone that I attach here, and I can talk. So if I'm lying down, it's easy to communicate. And when I record for YouTube, I use this, which is a Blue Yeti X. So, oops. If you like my microphone, that's what it is. Go back to where you are. So how does this relate to training? Well, a lot of times working out and exercising is a good outlet. Everyone says it's a good outlet. You should never bottle your feelings away. When you bottle your feelings away, you can resurface at quite inappropriate times. So any little thing can end up setting you off and making you angry and upset, which is not what we really want, especially when there are times where we need to be mentally strong and have great composure. So generally, when you're not busy and when no one's around, you can let out your frustration. For me, I was initially just going to go for a shower to try and relieve my frustration. That's why my hair's kind of wet now. I did that after I worked out, and I thought, you know what? I need to get this out of me. I need to work out. So I grabbed the pull-up bar, put it on my door, did a lot of pull-ups, did a lot of resistance bands, just chest flies of resistance bands. Well, I guess it's more like a reverse in it. And then a lot of push-ups, crunches, basically I did the works. I went through the works. And the positive thing about the way I did it was I did it all functionally. So pull-ups, push-ups, anything with resistance bands is typically better on your muscles and your joints than, say, weights. So the positive thing about turning your anger into motivation for exercise is that you're getting a workout out of it. So you are learning to use that raw anger and convert it to something constructive, like working out. And this is a lot better than, say, how addicts tend to handle their emotions, which is through drinking and drugs. Exercise, obviously, is far better. And even so, some people take their anger out on their family or their friends, and that's not a healthy mindset to be in. So in that regard, exercise is definitely the best way, in my opinion, to let out your anger, especially if you do stuff that is easy on your joints and easy on your muscles. And the reason why I say that is because this is the more negative aspect of using exercise as an outlet. It's not the exercise that's a negative aspect, it's more what you do during that exercise. For instance, if you're just like, oh, I'm going to bench like crazy, and then you pick a weight that's a lot higher than normal, and although adrenaline does make you stronger, because whenever you enter the gym, you don't quite know how well you're going to perform that day, because there's a lot of aspects such as, what you've been eating today, your sleep last night, your confidence, your mental health, well-being. All that plays a big part in how you function in the gym. That's why we have bad days as well as excellent days. So the problem is weights are a lot harder on your joints than just using your body weight. And what happens is if you go for weights that are really, really heavy and you haven't warmed up properly because you're too angry to warm up and you're just like, I just want to lift weights, then what happens is you can cause muscle strains. So you can end up straining your muscles and causing injury. And if you're injured, that means you can't work out for a while. You have to go through the whole process of rehabilitation of that muscle. When you're angry and you're grabbing all the muscles, what you could do, which is not as bad as injury, but you could do something called overtraining. And a lot of people don't really believe in overtraining. They think, hey, you know, if you're feeling the burn, that's a good thing. No, feeling the burn isn't a good thing. If you're feeling the burn, that means your muscles are starting to overtrain. And what happens is you'll wake up very sore the next day. You won't have the motivation to do anything. And in the long run, it's bad for your health. It's a lot better to train an adequate amount, enough to achieve hypertrophy, which is muscle growth, but not enough to overtrain, which makes you very sore. This is a very common problem as well for people who are new to the workout world. So guys, I'm going to give you some advice on what you should be doing in the gym if you're angry, or how you should be working out if you're angry. Go for the functional stuff. Go for your TRX bands. Go for your pull-up bars. Or if you must do weights, if you insist on doing weights, go for weights that you know you can handle. And you can do what we call progressive overload. What progressive overload is, you start light, and every time you start a new set, you up your weight. That's all that means. So please always remember to warm up. Go for the functional stuff. Try and go for the TRX pull-up bars. And if you must do weights, you can either go from the functional stuff to the weights, because that will be a good warm-up for you and yourself, or make sure that you start off with weights you can do and do not overload yourself. Not only could you cause an injury, you can also cause more problems if you start benching weights that you're not used to benching. You can end up stuck down here and you haven't got a spotter, because normally when you're angry, you go to the gym, you go to the gym by yourself, and you haven't got a spotter, you can't lift yourself up, and then suddenly you're screaming for help. But yeah, this is kind of a short video. I just wanted to talk about anger and overtraining. Exercise is a fantastic thing you can do to help when you're angry, and it's a very healthy way to get an outlet, particularly for functional training. Or running. Running is also an excellent thing that you can be doing. But just please be careful when you do exercise that you don't overload yourself, as you'll risk injury and you'll risk overtraining. So this is all I have for you today. Like I said, it's a shorter video. This is off script. This is something that just happened to me and I really wanted to talk to you guys about it. I will probably be streaming on Twitch when this goes live tomorrow on Tuesday. So if you want to discuss overtraining, you want to discuss anger, you want to discuss your mental health well-being and exercise, please consider following my Twitch stream and joining me live when I discuss this stuff. Also, be sure to check out my yoga streams, which will be on Facebook Monday to Friday. Hopefully Friday will be back up and running. Please make sure you like and subscribe. If you know anyone that has anger issues and they end up hurting themselves, please, share in this video, and hopefully we can help that person out and make sure that they are outletting their anger in a nice, healthy, constructive way that will only benefit their mind and their body. So this has been Matt. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and I'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful day.